the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Moss. He's taking the shot. Nice hands on the right sideline as he has it for a huge gain.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll run play action. Looking for space to the left. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive. TCU has it back in the horse
go on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pulled the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Under fire. He's got it down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Payne. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's McAllister. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the red zone, it's Barnes. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap, try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Gets it out fast. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And his slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like,
he's going to fire deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Moss. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target to the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, correct. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Hoover. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Got his man on the right, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Coming out with it, it's Watson. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive firing. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. These corners going to give them some space. Back to throw, it's Moss. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have...
Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, TCU! They take the lead with the 6.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Watson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. To the air, it's Moss. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Find some fresh air. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On fourth down, going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. Second and long coming up. Quickly complete. Tripped up for the tackle.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. On the ground, it's Battle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Floats it out in space. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And the Horned Frogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
TCU 24, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Watson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass, it's Moss. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Still running at the 40. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to find his man in the middle. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Off the RPO, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Caught, close to the marker, it's Collins. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. From the gun, it's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Hoover. Pulls it in, it's McAllister. Running into the open space. Running free. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, TCU! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments. They put a stop to that return at the 22. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you want.
He unleashes a long one. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Number 14.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Moss. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Collins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Coming up, fourth down.
Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cardinals want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Going to sling it on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looking to scramble. He's got the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Lacey. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he puts through the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender. Timeout called by the defense, 13 seconds to go.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It's complete. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, TCU.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Lets it fly. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And that is how we will wrap this one up. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.